Hey, what's up, Visionaries? Welcome back to the Arc Vision Fam Jam. My name is Anton. Hopefully all of you guys are having a fantastic day because it is our Pop Soul R&B day, and we're going to be taking a song request today from the Patreon by Merrick. So, yeah, she gave me the choice of doing Move You or Meaning of Life, and apparently to you, Merrick, this is one of the most underrated Kelly Clarkson records ever, and that you think this is one of her best vocal showcases. So we will see. I'm very curious. I looked this up beforehand, and I really like the lyrics. Just as always, it's very Kelly. You know, she wants to move you. She wants to I don't know, add something special to life, it seems. So anyway, before we get into this one, I do want to say you guys rock. Thank you for all love and all the support. Also, if you guys are resonating with the channel, definitely help me out to smash the like button on this video. Help me out with the YouTube algorithm. And also, yeah, subscribe, join the family. We would love to have you around. Also, if you want to support the channel and at the same time request songs like Merrick did and albums for us to react to, join everyone else on the Patreon. Leave your request there. As always, shout out to my patrons. Thank you guys so much for helping me keep this dream, this vision of mine alive. And yeah, it's growing, and it's growing fast. So thanks to you guys, and my future family says thank you too. And of course, keep all the song requests coming. And lastly, if you want to hang out with myself and the entire Arc Vision community, we are on Discord nowadays, so check us out there, link down below. Also, if you want to get your hands on official merchandise and check out my podcast, links to those down below as well. Well, that's it. So without further ado, let's get into Kelly Clarkson, Move You, Nashville Sessions.
In a movie, right before the hero dies, like the first time that you listen to your favorite single line, like an echo in a canyon, like tears but you're not sad, like a sunrise on a mountain. I wanna move you like that. Symphony at sundown in the middle of July, when a lyric really gets you and it breaks you down inside, like the home that you were raised in, like faded photographs, like the thrill of Christmas morning. Yeah, I wanna move you like that. Like a choir shouts amen, like your first time falling in love, or a stairway up to heaven, like a soldier who is falling as he holds his country's flag and he fights for freedom. I wanna move you like that. Like an endless fire burning, like a hope that fuels the light, like the hands that simply hold you when words can't make it right, like the first time that I met you, I felt so high, so fast, like a montage in a movie. The way you move me.
Wow. Hmm. I know what you guys mean now, when because there's been a couple times where, like, I've mentioned, she's a pop singer, right? And you guys know me. I don't mean that in a derogatory way. It's just a descriptor, right? Because that's the Kelly Clarkson that I've listened to. Like Breakaway, and now us doing my December, us having done my December. Um, that's the Kelly I knew, and it's funny. As I was listening to this, I just like I've mentioned Kelly's wisdom before. I've mentioned that she's self-reflective, she's questioning, she's authentic, she's real, she's genuine, and it's very interesting because I was catching glimpses of that from the past. I was catching glimpses of that from the person she used to be, and I was projecting who she might turn into in time. And what's interesting is that we've kind of been stuck in time. We've been kind of stuck in 2004, 2007. And we, for everything that I've thought Kelly was and everything that we've experienced by Kelly so far, I hadn't seen her grow into the person that I knew she'd grow into. And that this is a glimpse into that person. When I see the soul she has here, when I see when the angst is gone, when there is just like, I want to move you like that. Like, that's a different kind of statement. That's not about me. That's about the experience I want to bring to the world. That's the impact I want to have on the world. That's a different kind of person. Like, that is the second stage of life. The first stage of life is fucking up, making mistakes, being selfish. The first stage of life is very selfish, and that's fine. That's part of life. You have to be selfish because you have to be self-centered. Because how are you supposed to grow into the person you're supposed to be if you don't focus on yourself, right? Like, people that try to focus on everything outside of themselves before they've focused on themselves, those people become resentful. Those people become angry. Those people end up having a midlife crisis at 50 years old, realizing they've always taken care of everyone else but themselves. And they've inverted life. They've taken care of everything outside of themselves before themselves. And then their second half of life is about taking care of themselves, And that's fine too. In many ways, that's actually what my mom has kind of done. She took care of everybody else. She gave up kind of her life for the first half of her life, and now she's kind of living who she really is at like 61 years old. And I'm incredibly proud of my mother for that. But I think it's a lot easier and it's simpler when you take the first half of life and you allow yourself to fuck up, you allow yourself to make mistakes, you allow yourself to grow, you allow yourself to learn, you allow yourself to be, what life is about, so that you realize that there's more to life than that. I feel like you have to immerse yourself and lose yourself before you can find yourself and before you can realize what you can accomplish in this world. And it seems like Kelly, in some way, even like myself, I kind of empathize a lot with Kelly. That the first half of my life was very selfish, right? It was very self-centered. I was fucking up a lot, and I was learning from that. And now I'm kind of like, I always say this, like, I couldn't have had this channel 5 years ago. I just wouldn't have been in the right emotional space, mental space, call it spiritual space, whatever the hell you want to call it. But I wouldn't have been able to hold the space I hold in these videos if I hadn't kind of figured out a lot of my shit beforehand. Because I find the people that focus on everything outside of themselves, they're a lot of the time they have a lot of stuff to deal with too, and that they're just all their energy and focus is outside of themselves. They don't really get to explore the depths of their own darkness, their own light, both of those things. And yeah, now I see Kelly, here, and I just love this message. I just, I want to move you, I want to impact you Like, this very much is a song about giving back to the world. This is a, this is a beautiful song. And just seeing her, yeah, becoming, and, in many ways, I'd love to explore this side of Kelly more as well. Because I'm curious to see if she has turned into everything that I knew she could. With everything she's been through and everything we've explored so far. And it's kind of interesting the way that we're doing these Kelly Clarkson reactions, because we're actually kind of going from the beginning, and we're experiencing her at her genesis, and we're watching her grow, over time. We're watching that pain turn to wisdom. We're watching, all those questions start to be answered, as life always does, But anyway, this was absolutely fantastic. And this, I agree, this shows her developing into, like a soul artist, like someone who, up there with the best, like a Celine Dion, like a, Sarah McLachlan. And don't get me wrong, you guys know me, I love Kelly Clarkson. I love every part of Kelly Clarkson, but I feel like in the early days, she was definitely a product of her environment. She was definitely a product of American Idol fame. Hollywood, in a sense. There was a lot of sheen, there was a lot of glitter, there was realness, because Kelly can't hide. She's just not that kind of person. But they were trying to hide her, and she was like this beacon of light that was just kind of cutting a hole in the shadow that was kind of placed over her. And with this, I just feel like there's no shadow anymore. Like, this is just Kelly being Kelly. This is, Kelly just fully kind of in her element, and it's beautiful. And I definitely want to explore more of this this person who is hopefully at more peace. We know what's happened with her recent relationship, but relationships don't define us. We're so much more than our relationships, because a proper relationship is you are whole and complete by yourself when you meet that person, and you grow together. You don't grow into each other. You grow, succinctly. Like, kind of, you grow, they grow. And I've kind of explained it before as almost like a vortex. And like, some people, it's like they're always oscillating, and some people grow further apart, and the differences push almost like a same charge battery, right? Over time, it just pushes them further apart. And then there's some relationships where when they grow, they kind of keep each other in balance. They grow in a similar direction. And that's where you get like positive and negative, yin and yang. It's, you're oscillating, but you're constantly kind of at the perfect point where you're not pushing or losing yourself and merging. It's just, you keep your integrity, you keep yourself in the relationship. And there are moments where you merge, like in intimacy and love, and those moments, you merge, but for the most part, you never lose yourself, you never lose your essence, because you have the confidence and you have the self-awareness to know kind of where your essence begins and where your partner's ends. Yeah, I'm very excited to get more into, this Kelly now, Kelly, who she is today. Anyway, what are your thoughts on this song? I loved it. I think this is probably top 3 for me. Sober, Move You. Maybe Hear Me? Hear Me, Because of You, or Behind These Hazel Eyes. Those are my 3 favorite songs on Breakaway. I absolutely love those songs. But anyway, what are your favorite top 5, top 3 favorite Kelly Clarkson songs? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, let me know what you thought of my perspective on Kelly Clarkson. Like, do you agree? Do you disagree? Totally cool either way. Let me know kind of how you view Kelly. Who is Kelly to you? Who is Kelly to you? Let me know. Also, if you guys are still here and you want to help support the channel, definitely smash the like button on this video. Help me out with the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe. Join the family. We'd love to have you around. Also, if you guys Yeah, who do you guys want to see back on the channel next week? Like Merrick, she picked Kelly Clarkson for this week. So who do you guys want to see next week? Let me know in the Patreon. Join everyone over there. Also, bring all of your song quests over to the Patreon. And any album requests you have that you want us to react to, let me know in there. Join everybody. And as always, shout out to my patrons. Thank you guys so much for continuing to support this thing, this dream, this vision of mine. And my future family says thank you as well. And as always, keep the song requests coming. And lastly, if you want to hang out with myself and the entire Archvision community, we are on Discord nowadays. And lastly, if you want to check my podcast and get your hands on official merchandise, links to those down below. And that's it. So I'll see all of you guys again tomorrow. I love you.